And good evening, my lovely Lost Tales, and welcome back to the Blue Rose Respite for my weird Wednesday stream. Probably should have thought it was a slightly more appropriate name, considering we are playing a very cool game this evening that I'm very, very excited about. Thanks to the incredibly kind and generous souls over at Gentle Troll Entertainment, we are taking an early look at Tavern Talk tonight. I am very excited. This game has been on my radar for a while, so when the people over at Future Friends Games, the PR team, reached out to me asking if I'd be interested in receiving a gifted copy to take a look at and possibly stream, I said absolutely, yes please and thank you. Oh, my lovelies, thank you so much for joining me tonight. A big thank you already to Samwell56 for your 47-month resub, coming up on 4 full years now. Stephanie, your voice can make my heart run like a rushing river with emotions. Your beauty is an ineffable vision my words can never do justice. For that I only want to scream and sing to the stars above the heavens for. An ethereal force we are all enchanted by. The ground, the earth is blessed by your stride and makes our lives miraculous for existing within the same realm as your antediluvian grace. Thank you. Love you, girl. And lots of adorable Silka emojis. Thank you so, so much, Sam. I really, really do appreciate it. You do nothing but sing my highest praises, and I very much appreciate them. Appreciate that. Thank you. Also, hi Scarlett, how's it going? Whimsy Wednesday. I like that, Weaver. Whimsy Wednesday. I should change that on my channel for while I'm streaming this. Let me actually write that down before I forget, because I will forget. There's my pen. I thought I misplaced my pen for a second. Whimsy Wednesday. There we go. Yeah. And I will continue to do so to my dying days. And I really appreciate that, Sam. Oh, Whimsical Wednesdays also is a good one, Lord Azul. I like that one too. But yes, thank you so much for joining me tonight, my lovelies. I'm very excited to play Tavern Talk. It is a fun, fantastical visual novel, very heavy on the Dungeons & Dragons themes, very similar in terms of what I can tell from gameplay to Coffee Talk, which we are very well acquainted with, but there's a lot of other elements at play that I'm very excited to get into. So yes, fun little sponsor moment. Because this game is being released tomorrow and is not officially out just yet, if you put in !sponsor in chat, then you'll come up with the Steam link, and so you can add it to your wish list for when it officially goes live tomorrow. And it should be launching with a very cool 10% off discount to celebrate the launch. Thank you for that, Weaver. The only caveat they had with giving me an early access key is they did request that I don't cover any footage of what's in Act 2 and beyond in this game, so we're just going to be covering Act 1 tonight. I know this game is roughly, I think, 16 to 17 hours long, but I'm not quite sure how many acts are in the game. I'm assuming 3. So I'm not quite sure if we're going to cover all of Act 1 tonight, or if we're just going to be scratching the surface, because typically my Wednesday streams aim to be like 2.5 hours to 3 hours or so. So we will see, but when we get towards the end of Act 1 and before getting into Act 2, that's when we're going to have to take a step back. But we'll be continuing to play this until completion, so by next Wednesday we'll be able to just go on full steam ahead. I think it's on Switch as well. Awesome! For sure, yeah, don't want to spoil too much of the game. Exactly, and I want to leave enough for you guys to want to pick this up for yourself, to explore this amazing game and all that it entails. But how are you, my lovelies? I hope you're all doing well. To keep in with the theme of tonight's game, I want you all to tell me, if you have considered this, if you're playing a Dungeons & Dragons campaign at the moment, give a brief summary, like a couple of lines about what your current character is. You could do race, class, a little bit of their background. Don't get too heavy in spamming chat, but a couple of details are cool. But if you haven't played Dungeons & Dragons before, what is a hypothetical character you would love to play sometime? My first serious full-time character was when I started playing Dungeons and Dragons regularly here in London. I made a very cool character. She was a tiefling warlock, Pact of the Archfey, and it was a fun group of friends. It was a fun game. We'd been playing it consistently for like 2 or 3 years, like pretty much every week, and we're having an amazing time. But sadly, we stopped playing maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, unfortunately, and we didn't actually get to the end of the story, which sucks. But I'll tell you what, my character got so OP, and a lot of it was through miscalculations from the Dungeon Master, and it wasn't until I was pulling out some absolutely insane rolls that he was like, I have made you too powerful. Okay, so... Oh, let's have a little look at what you've posted. I really want to play my Changeling Artificer one day. There's something I really want to explore. Hell yes. Swiftlaben Fighter, Earthkin Defender, Farmer, Cook, Team Mom. That sounds amazing, yes. I haven't played D&D before, but a hypothetical character I'd probably make as a guts-like ex-paladin character that's cripplingly introverted. That sounds amazing. Yes, please. So my current character is a young necromancer who was raised to be a dread necromancer for his organization to have an undead specialist on hand. Oh, I love that. Necromancers have such interesting potential for storytelling and coming up with cool and interesting backstories. Doing midsummer preparations, strawberries galore. Svala Holder, thank you so much for joining us tonight. That sounds amazing. Because yes, tomorrow is midsummer, isn't it? Let me just check. Yes, it is. So, I celebrate Litha. So it's essentially like the midpoint of summer. So I'm very, very excited about that. I need to actually make some preparations. I'm doing normal voice acting work tomorrow, but I might treat myself to something nice for lunch. Or a little bit of a change of pace or something. I want to play a character like Moon Knight, a monk who thinks he's a paladin or something. That is a really cool concept, Thin White Duke. Hell yes. I've made a huge mistake. Every DM at some point, absolutely. Scarlet, have you had that thought several times? But all he wants to do is raise a family in peace. Oh, sweet baby. I haven't played before. Probably something similar to my Baldur's Gate 3 character, a half-orc paladin. Awesome. I'm really glad to hear that people who've played Baldur's Gate 3 are like maybe considering playing Dungeons and Dragons, and especially when you put a lot of time into like your character creation in Baldur's Gate 3 and you get so attached to your character, then you want to like just hold on to the character beyond like the end credits of the game. The proper celebration starts on Friday. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Because I'm not familiar with the different summer solstice celebrations for across the rest of Europe. I'm mostly more familiar with Litha. Minthara must be protected. So precious. She's so precious, but she is so stabby at the same time, and that's why we love her. So for those of you who are familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, when I say this, it will probably explain why my character was a little bit OP. So she was a Pact of the Fey warlock, and her particular story was she wanted to undo this curse that was on her patron, because it was kind of, he was split into two entities. There was this darker, shadowy crow aspect, and then there was this more like princely aspect, and she had like complicated feelings about both different aspects. But it ended with a confrontation with her essentially destroying the crow aspect and being dragged down with it, and then she emerged like Black Swan style, having absorbed essentially a fraction of her patron's power. So he was still technically her patron, like in the way that a steward isn't quite a king, but he was like in name still her patron, but she had essentially stolen half of his power through plot and succeeding in her roles. And it was really, really cool. She was essentially going to be crowned a new queen of the Fae, but I never got to do the coronation. I was so sad. I had the outfit planned and everything. Angrily kicks dirt, but that's fine. So she had a lot of extra abilities. Also, so we stopped playing when our characters were level 12. My character had a 28 charisma, which is very high. 28 charisma. It was so broken. So if you think of adding proficiency rolls on top of that, she had like +7, I think, to all of her attacks, all of her damage rolls, and a lot of her abilities, because she got the, what was it? Beguiling Influence was one of the things she got. So she got proficiency in deception and persuasion. So she could essentially like talk her way out of anything the DM threw at us. Almost anything the DM threw at us. So it was a combination of both like, I've just made her too strong. Because she started out with like a 20 charisma, which is like the highest stats you can have for like a starting character. But she just got very, 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 very lucky with finding stuff that kept adding more to her charisma. Like, okay, so we had a moment with a deck of many things, as you sometimes do, and my dungeon master was very excited. He had a physical deck and everything, and so we all drew a card from it if we wanted to. It was like the deck was brought along with a carnival, and it was a tent in the carnival, and you could try your fortune, so to speak. Excuse me. So, our party goes into the tent. Some of us drew cards, some of us didn't, but I drew a card. And out of sheer dumb luck, I drew the star. And the star allows you to add +2 to any of your ability scores. So I got to add an extra +2 to my charisma. Like, it was just dumb luck, and I could tell he was just steadily getting frustrated, because I'd also steadily picked up equipment that just kept adding more to my charisma stat. And you know what? I'm just happy with thinking, like, you know what? We didn't reach the end of the story that he had planned, but in my mind at least, she's off with the Fae, ruling in her castle of night, having a grand old time. No, I didn't intentionally min-max. I just got very, very lucky. And it was my first character, so I didn't know how to min-max. All I know is that charisma makes warlocks stronger. So of course I'm going to add more to her charisma. He was so salty about it for so long. Sometimes you just accidentally happen upon a broken build. Exactly. I understand if you want to make the most of your character's stats and stuff, and really try and make them very strong with perks and feats, I should say, sorry. And really trying to find the best balance so that you make the most of your attacks. That is completely valid. I just personally want the character's growth and increase in strength to feel like organic and just a nice steady rise into greater power before probably just doing something terrible and it comes crashing down again. Alrighty. So, my lovelies, how has this week been for you? We've chatted about Dungeons & Dragons and had a grand old time, but how has this week been for you so far? My day's been pretty good. A bit stressful, but I'm doing better now that we're settling in for this amazing game, which I'm very excited about. I can imagine your character convincing the final boss to jump off a cliff. You know what? Maybe that's what he was afraid of. Because I could absolutely see that happening. either she rolls very high in like persuasion or charisma to gently encourage the big bad to join their side, or potentially marry her so they could rule their kingdom together. I've had a pretty good week so far. I got to see a Nintendo Direct yesterday, as well as got to see the new Bad Boys movie, both of which are amazing. Hell yes. My week has been wonderful. I'm continuing to heal up more. Every day feels better than the last. That's fantastic to hear, Lord Azul. Get all the rest you need. I hope the rest of you heals up quickly. Heck yeah. This weekend, I'm actually seeing the Ghost movie in cinemas, so I'm quite looking forward to that. I usually don't go to the cinema a lot nowadays just because I get irritated by other people like not having movie theater etiquette, but Ghost at the moment is only going to be in select cinemas for a short period of time, so I need to see it. I need to see it in cinemas. I've been mostly adulting and getting appointments done and made. My legs have been in so much pain lately. I haven't been able to sit down and do much. Right now I'm laying back in my computer chair just to keep from going numb. Oh, Sam, I hope that you're doing okay and that your legs heal up soon. Seriously, I really, really hope that that gets looked at and that everything's okay. I mean that sincerely. Yes, treat myself. I'm gonna enjoy this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Should have a grand old time. And even if like the movie theater gets a little bit rowdy with other Ghost fans, because it's a concert movie, so I imagine a lot of people are going to be caught up in the atmosphere, I'm more going in with the mindset of, okay, it's not going to be like you're watching a quiet independent movie and everyone needs to be quiet so you can focus on the plot. It's the Goovy. It's the Ghost movie. So I'm going in with the mentality of like, I just want to enjoy everyone. If everyone's like a little bit buzzed up and a bit excited, it's like going to see, you know, Avengers Endgame or something like that, when you have that palpable energy in the theater. Everyone is so excited to see it. Because especially as it's like limited screenings, you can only see it for a very, very short period of time. But I'm sure that the band is going to release it on some kind of streaming platform at some point. I think they'll probably wait a few months after the cinema release and see how that does. But then hopefully we can watch it again at home. Fingers crossed. Hot. Everything is green and pretty around here, and everyone everywhere is starting their summer vacations next week. Camper vans are driving around all over the place. That sounds amazing, Spalla Holder. Hell yes. It's warm over here in the UK as well. It's not hot like it tends to get in late July, early August. But yeah, it's still nice and warm over here. It's nice and warm in central London as well. Seeing hyped movies in the theatres can be a gamble and whatnot when it comes to theatre enjoyment, but hopefully your viewing won't be too bad. Yeah, I heard there's a heat wave going on. Yeah, it's pretty warm over here in the UK, but it's warm everywhere at the moment. Or almost everywhere. Not Australia, where it's currently winter. Alrighty, so are we ready to get set in for Tavern Talk? Because I have been chatting my head off for a while, and I want to get into this game because it is very, very cool. Movies like do need to be seen in cinemas though. That I agree with. I didn't see either the first one or the second one in cinemas. I haven't even seen the second one yet. But I really, really want to. I'll probably rent it and watch it in the comfort of my own home. But I probably do want to see the third one, and I think the third one's going to be the last one. I'm not sure how many movies they're making, but I probably definitely want to see the third one in cinemas. Alrighty, so let us get ready for Tavern Talk, my lovelies. Already, we are presented with a Dungeon Master screen, and that's when I knew for certain, like, oh yeah, we are in for a grand old time tonight. Also, I'm wearing my very appropriate t-shirt. Probably should have, like, shown this when I was up closer on the webcam. One second. Let me just show off my shirt for a second. Yeah, it's got my man Strahd on it. Love you, sweetie. I love this shirt so much. It is so cute, and I thought it was very appropriate for tonight's game. There we go. Okie dokie dokie. Oh, I also just caught up with the interview of the vampire, and I have emotions, and I'm not ready for the next episode. Your suffering brings me joy, because I know what's gonna happen, but Scarlet doesn't know what's gonna happen, and you don't know what's gonna happen. I am very, very excited. Okay, this will be interesting. Lord Azul, thank you so much for the first Pick My Voice of the evening. I will do my best to sound like Seraphina while we get stuck into this amazing fantasy game. So, dear guests, do you have all that you need? Is there anything else that I can acquire for you from my mistress? She has been absent as of late. Alright, let us begin then. Always nice to see you.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away, in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually it was this land specifically, not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern.
Oh, it looks adorably
A
rustic.
place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious.
Oh, a kind
Big
soul.
shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
You know only trouble happens once those words are spoken. Hiya, innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. How has the castle been, Seraphina? It has been dusty. I've been falling behind in my responsibilities. The mistress hasn't said anything to me as of late. She doesn't say much to me at all anymore. I must work harder. Did you go on an adventure? Even better, I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome. Did it? No, but I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees. The same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon. The same moss. That sounds like a fearsome beast indeed. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very... exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts. Walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, No worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. And with that, we're already 5 minutes in, so thank you, Lord Azul, for that particular Pick My Voice. I really appreciate it. Seraphina doesn't get requested a lot, so that was fun. Fun little throwback. Alright, let's just try. I'm going to try and just do my normal voice for the innkeeper, and Fable is striking me as a somewhat nervous individual, so let me try and find a voice for them. No, I think that counts as a mistake. So what you're saying is that you're missing some spice? Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chills would help me much. Oh, I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. That's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. Okay, they like using the food metaphor, so I'll try following suit, sorry. Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theatre, or a gala, arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Sorry, their face is so cute. Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights. And of people. And of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things I've never lived through if I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. Oh, they are so cute. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph, resting by the lakes. That sounds like a good song opening to me. Yes, from the sounds of things, you're going to be hearing me sing while I'm streaming this. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Ooh! Interesting. Can I jump into this? Okay. Fable Verafina, Elf. They're 110, they, them. Ranger, their background is the Ashen Grove. Alignment, neutral good. Arcana, the Hanged Man. Interesting. Okay, so we've got a full rundown of their character, including where they are in the Major Arcana. As someone who reads tarot, I might know a thing or two about that. Fable Verafina is a ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul and a regular at the Wayfarer's Inn. They dream of being an adventurer but are troubled by severe anxiety about, well, everything, really. Their nut allergy probably doesn't help either. Okay, that's going to be a big factor in terms of, like, making potions, I believe. Rumors, quests. Good, got the log as well. Different recipes. Nice, nice, nice. Ingredients. Oh, interesting. So we've got them all based on stats. So yes, this is very similar in terms of gameplay mechanics to Coffee Talk, but there's other factors at play. You're still brewing concoctions to give to patrons who come to your bar, but you're also helping them with other things as well. Oh, and we have a map. Okay. Oh, we have a map. That makes me happy. I love maps in games and books. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I prefer if you didn't. Thornlock, thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Thornlock, for yes, your 3-month resub. I really appreciate it. Oh, you're incredible. Thank you so much. Oh wait, sorry, I didn't see you subscribe 3 months in advance. That's even more incredible. Thank you so much, Thorn. I just really appreciate when you guys subscribe. Thank you. Stepped away to do some cleaning and oh fuck, this is a cute character. Oh, Scarlet, you are in for a treat. There are so many adorable characters in this game and also very hot ones as well. I'm just saying, we're in for a great night. Excuse me. Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Sorry, the official Twitter page for Tavern Talk reposted my announcement that I was going live, so much appreciated, guys. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Yes, please. I needed the tutorial, please. Really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron? Or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Okie dokie. Potion time. Andy! Oh, you're adorable. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andy. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Swift Strike, 3 of those. Oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No, I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. Ah, what if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles to the right, over here. There's dexterity, intelligence, strength, dexterity, intelligence, strength, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. sorry, Andrew is just, he's such a round boy. I want to squish so much. I fully imagine that they're planning on releasing plushies of Andrew, which, yes, that would be so cute. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andrew. Oh, baby! It's a little dragon disposal unit. Once I'm done, I'll ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okay, journal. And it was a swift strike. Be a leaf on the wind with the swift strike. This must-have for any dexterity-devoted adventurer. Grants you agility, speed, and remarkable accuracy. Oh, and a tasty drink. With an order this delicious, you'll exceed any dwarf's kill count in no time. I understood that reference. Okay, so here we go. So it was 3... Okay, lovely. Okay, they light up depending on what you select. That makes it a lot easier because I was thinking, okay, do I have to memorize that because it's got the feather, so it's swiftness, and that one's got the other thing for, I think that's charisma, and then strength, defense. Okay, that makes things a lot easier. Hell yes. Okay, so I think it was 3. I think, is that defense as well? Just like a little bit? No. No, wait, it is a little bit of defense. But let's just get that as much as we need it to. There we go. And I think it's like a... Let me just double check that. Swift strike. It's like a little bit of intelligence and a little bit of defense as well. Okay, I think. Let me just try that. Is that right? And then... There we go. Thank you, Andrew. I know Andrew is probably like a drake or something, but he looks like a Ringosaur or some other basal acrosaur. Awesome. Are you a dinosaur fan? That's so cool. I know. I just want to like squish his chubby cheeks and be like, who's adorable garbage disposal? You are. Okay, there we go. One swift strike coming up. And we got an achievement for our first drink. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? Also, the leaves kind of fluttering around it are so pretty. You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. Oh. Hi. Chat. Chat. Oh no, they're mysterious and they have no name. I'm instantly intrigued. Hi. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific. Sorry, very specific. Thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma wouldn't... I like the innkeeper. They've got some sass. Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. Okay, it was a spoken heart, was it? Sweet and sparkling in taste, the spoken heart will bring your deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. Your newfound sincerity, confidence, and many heartfelt words will work wonders in boosting your persuasive abilities. A charismatic boost, great for bards and emotionally repressed individuals. Perfect. Let's serve this up. Okay. And then it's strength. Sorry. And yes, and then defense as well. There we are. Spoken heart. And order up. This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon that night. Also, yes, I'm just going to give this individual my Elise voice. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Rumor unlocked. Song of Bones and Water. Alright! The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong in the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. This is the perfect game for you to try new voices. It's so cool. Honestly, King Deadlock, that's a big reason why I love games like this, because I just get to come up with voices on the fly. And it's honestly, it's a lot of what voice acting is like. You're given a prompt, maybe even like a visual idea of what the character looks like, and then you have to come up with what you think their voice sounds like. So this is honestly, these games are fantastic voice acting practice for me. Samita, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. I hope you're having a wonderful time with us this evening. We're getting a very cool early look at Tavern Talk. I've been wanting to play this game for a really, really long time, and so this is an amazing gifted copy that they sent me. Thank you. So sit back, relax. I'm a voice actor, so I love to do different voices for all the characters, so I hope you enjoy. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the Grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? Precious bean. I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? Oh, thanks so much, Samnia. I really appreciate that. What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Oh. Hi, you. Oh. You're really cool. And yes, I am going to be squealing over like all of the character designs because I love all of them so much. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? Also, we have a wonderful day and night cycle and like the ambience changes. That's so pretty. You own this establishment, innkeeper. Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Kaelin. You can call me Kea or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Kea. Lynn, what can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You did the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No quests for me. But I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in... Okay. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Terrigrin, terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart. The whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade. And that was far south in Erever. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so? No, that just split society into two camps. Team werewolf or Team werewolf or team vampire. Chat sound off for you, team werewolf or team vampire? No, Sam, can you run a poll? Team werewolf or team vampire, if you please. I vote for team vampire, but that's just my taste. Which one are you, innkeep? I get to vote? Okay. I'm sorry. I feel like my gut's telling me for like character development because she's a werewolf. I should pick team werewolf. But I'm gonna pick team... Nah, just for the sake of story and playing this game, I vote in my heart that I'm team vampire, but for this I'm gonna vote team werewolf. Is it the fur or the pecs? Chat, please answer them. Is it the fur or the pecs? Oh my god, I just noticed one of her idol animations. She just like licks her lip a little bit. That's so... Yeah! She's so pretty. Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Dusky EU, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Oh, and a hydrate check. I wonder what caused that. I'm a voice actor, so I love to do all the voices for the characters we encounter. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a great time with us tonight. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you that you could pass as a werewolf? Yes, all the time. At least twice a day. Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, a hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your crewman's schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Did the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? I don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that's Southern Werewolf, yeah? Yes, his name's Jasper, and he lives in Duskgate. And he's played by Yuri voice. Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. Oh, and Jessamy as well. Is the Discord still active since I disappeared? I was hoping to hop back in. Yes, it is indeed still active. You just need to sync up your Twitch account with Discord and you should be able to access it. So the poll has ended, Team Werewolf or Team Vampire, with a 50-50 split. Interesting. It's highlighting Team Werewolf, but I see it was a 50-50 split between Team Werewolf and Team Vampire. Curious. I feel like we're going to be encountering both in this game, so don't you worry. That's so fetch. Oh, great. That works? On any dog. Trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Care. Lynn. It's not that hard. Either Kaylin, Care, or Lynn. I like... Okay, she's not fussed over what name we use, so... I like Kea. Kea is a really, really cool name. Oh, was there an option for both as well? Okay, I see. I see. It was 50%, 33, and 17 for both. So it was 50% for Team Werewolf, and then 33 and 17 for Team Both, or Team Vampire. Okay, I like Kea. Gotcha, Kea. Hi, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? Oh! Oh, sorry. They're just so cute when they smile. And then a little bit of blush. I hope we build up enough of a relationship that I can very, very, very respectfully just gently scratch your ears. Please! I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Absolutely, I've got you. Something with plenty of strength, we can do that. Southern Brawler sounds appropriate. The Southern Brawler is the perfect combination of offense and defense, dominated by the piquant aroma of Ignis. This drink is served fiery hot or ice cold depending on the kind of fight you're looking for. Yes, 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 that looks appropriate. Let me just check something. Okay, that's a split between brains and charisma. That is more defense. Yep, Southern Brawler is definitely the go-to. Okay, so is it the fur or the pecs? Chat has voted, and the answer with 63% is both. In all caps. Okay, let's go with Southern Brawler. And honestly, these bottles are also just so cute. Like hourglass, and this looks like a sword. Oh, Constitution. That's really, really cool. Oh, it looks kind of like the ventricles of a heart. That's what it is. There we go. And it was a little bit of defense. Ooh. Ah, didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Ah, okay. So we can just pour off like the top bit. But there you go, Andu. Baby. 1. There we go. And that, and it was a little bit of charisma. There we go. That's right. Okay. And a Southern Brawler for you. A drink with 0 water, as requested. Do we have anything about them yet? We do. Okay, let's have a look. We don't know anything about them other than their stats. So, Kaelin Petoniak. Vukin, 36. She, her. Beast Slayer. Very cool. Background, Erave. Chaotic Good. And their arcana is the Chariot. Interesting. Okay, cool. All these characters are so cool. Can we boop Kaelin? Maybe in time. I don't know if that's a mechanic of this game yet. A drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west, through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will ya? No? My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. Ooh, okay. Okay, lots of rumors. And this? Banshees haunting Lonesome Lagoon, wailing songs that will shatter your bones. Hopefully hyperbole. Okay, interesting that we're just collecting all these little snippets. Sure we'll be able to formulate them into something soon. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. Okay, so the way that it cuts off the G makes me think that Kaya kind of has a southern accent. Let me give that a try. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. Yeah, that fits. There we go. We got the voice. It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just gonna open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Alright, well, then. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups. For sure. For more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. Okay, bit more of a tutorial. I could use some help. Fine. I guess I got a few minutes. Let me see you set up. Okay, here we go. This is where I've sorted all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, set the quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Care. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Okay, Kaya is really cool and so chill. I love them. Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. Okay, this is cool, because then, like, these are probably... We're gonna get more snippets of these two over time, but these three, we can put together. So, Vakakan Kaelin told me about... The Vakakan Kaelin told me about a werewolf who was roaming around Trakerin, a potential threat to villagers. The werewolf previously has been spotted in Ereve, a southern town. A nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? A werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. There we go. A werewolf on detours. A reticent Vakakan passed by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Trakerin from Ereve. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Trakerin from this werewolf mayhem? Signed, Innkeep. So this is the other mechanic in this game. I love the quilts, very used, Steph. So yes, we are full like innkeeper in a D&D game mode. We are serving drinks, talking to patrons, getting to know everyone, but also we have our wonderful notice board and can put together quests for people to perhaps take interest in. So it is kind of like one of my quills, isn't it? So cool. Oh, and we can actually see it up on the board. Baby. Okay, we're closing up for the night. Okay, here we go. Act 1, The Wayfarers Inn. Chapter 2, Prelude to Bravery. Let me just check. Save. Just double check that. Okay. Alrighty, because then this gives us a nice clear idea of how far along we're progressing. Sorry, you can't really see it over my webcam, but because we can't step into Act 2 quite yet, because the game isn't officially out, so we're just going to be exploring Act 1 for now. Start the day. 5th of the Wake. What are you guys' first impressions on this game? I'm loving this so far. Hi, Fable. I see you've taken interest in the quest. What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Trakerin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even. Preferably one who's good with a bow. I'm putting it on my wish list now. Okay, everyone's loving it. That makes me really, really happy. Hell yes. One who tells me they want the quest. Ah, I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want the quest? Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, that's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf. Or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead. And then the tree... I can't with them. And then the tree would be mad at me. I'm sorry, they're just so adorable. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead. Because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back? Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe? I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Ah, maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic. Fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. Their heart is so pure. They are so good. They're so nice. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might? Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. We want to spend time with your Fable. I want to know about the first one. They haven't mentioned that before. What's the Mary Morgan incident? Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure. The chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan Sprites, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Traegerind recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So of course it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears and I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. Oh, thanks for the stretch check. Oh, thank you. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the Wyvern I could have led them right into the arms of the Wyvern Chimera that resides in the Crag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. Okay, what's the encounter with the Hydra? Because we're getting, some juicy rumors. But I did see, those two go together. We didn't read what we learned about Care. Care is a strong and fearless beast slayer with a taste for strong drinks, big swords, and even bigger muscles. She despises small talk in any way or form, and understandably for her, keeps her distance from werewolves. Wouldn't like being mistaken for one either. Okay, interesting. Oh, can we zoom in? Oh, and there's lore! Okay, sorry, that makes me really happy. We get to learn more about stuff. Oh, okay, and then does this pin down when we got a new quest? Or sent out a new quest in the area? Nice. Okay, so that's the quest that we read out. Ashen Grove. Oh my god, is there lore for, like... Okay. I don't want to get sidetracked from Fable's story. Let's just read the ones on the Northern Republic page, and then we'll keep going. Okay, Wayfarer's Inn. This is us, the home base. The Wayfarer's Inn stands atop a hill, overlooking the bustling town of Zenith? Because of the vantage point, you can even see the capital Themis in the distance when you look out of the tavern's main window. The cozy tavern welcomes travelers and locals alike and offers some well-deserved rest from the hectic life of adventuring. Along with said rest come magical drinks which can enhance the abilities of young and old heroes alike, allowing them to master any quest with ease. Despite its great reputation, the tavern has remained a small affair, making it a comfortable spot to ruminate your worries. I also heard the innkeeper is a cutie, which is a big plus. Whoever wrote this has a wonderful taste. Zenith. The town this tavern belongs to is Zenith, although technically it's on the crossroad hill right beside it. Zenith itself is a small but warm and welcoming town. It has a quaint marketplace, small guild houses, and a beautiful Gaia temple. Close by is the Crystal Lake, which delivers high-quality drinking water from the mountains. A lot of people pass through here on their quest for adventure, trade, or purpose. In Zenith, friendships are forged, alliances sealed, and destinies begun. It's the perfect place for a friendly little tavern. Tregerin. Tregerin has a very unique charm to it, with expansive fields of wheat that sway in the gentle breeze all around town. The fields yield so much harvest that some of it is exported to cities beyond, even up to the capital. Its pumpkins are quite popular too. In addition to various plants, there are also an abundance of farm animals around, like sheep, cows, and chickens. Amidst the idyllic serenity, the entire town looks optimistically into the future, knowing together they can overcome any and all problems that might head their way. Okay, Ashen Grove. This is where Fable's from. The Ashen Grove is the largest forest on the entire continent. It's a magical forest with a mysterious fog that shrouds the woods as soon as the sun vanishes from the horizon. No one really knows why said fog calls the Ashen Grove home. Many attribute it to the sylvan spirits, and the veil to the spirit realm, being especially thin at night. A clan of elves watches over the Ashen Grove, each of them guarding certain parts of the forest. Since they know the forest intimately, they also ensure that no one has to walk through it alone. The shore on the west of the forest is called the Quag Mangrove, a dangerous place for even the most elves to avoid. Rumour has it that some gruesome, brutal beasts live there. like the watery individual we are hearing about just now. Alrighty. Let's hear about the Hydra. Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane, Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. Oh, Fable, you sweet, innocent bean. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits, and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers and the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as the Leviathan sea. All chimera hate mice, all hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe that shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to set foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged it for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Woodhaves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. I suppose you have a point. Oh, sweetie. Okay, but we did get a new rumor snippet. Oh, okay. So, we're collecting more rumors to make more quests. Why does no one want to spend time with you, Fable? We love you. Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be. Nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it except for me. I get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. Seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. Oh, Sam, just a reminder, Fable is non-binary. I believe they use they, thems. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Yeah, it's absolutely all good, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Like the one in your cap, maybe? I've got to head out now, but I can't wait to watch the VOD. Have a lovely stream. Thank you so much for joining us, Zamija. I really, really hope you had a good time with us and have an awesome rest of your day, evening, or wherever you are in the world. Thank you. Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the Weeping Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Lost in Side Quest, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome guys. My name is Stephanie Tobin, aka Stephanie Swanquills. I'm a variety streamer, primarily doing fantasy and horror. I was very kindly gifted a copy of Tavern Talk that we are having a lot of fun with this evening. I stream regularly Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 p.m. UK time. I'm a full-time voice actor, and I do a bunch of other cool things. I make ASMR stuff over on my YouTube. I do other cool things, or at least I try to do cool things. But thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Grab a seat. Chat is wonderful and inviting. And Lilith Love 321, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. Hello, everyone. Oh, but Lost in Side Quest, what were you playing? Were you enjoying some Tavern talk as well? Because we are having so much fun with this game. Because I'm a voice actor, with games like this, like where there isn't voice acting for the player character or the side characters, I like to come up with voices for all the characters and like narrate the whole thing as them. We were also playing Tavern Talk. I'm really enjoying it. That's awesome, Lost in Side Quests. I really hope that you and your chat had a wonderful, wonderful time. And if you've got to head out because you've got to do your own thing, that is 100% fine. But thank you so much for trusting your community with me. Lost in Side Quests, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. People seem to be really enjoying the growly, like southern drawl werewolfy voice I was giving to Kea. Hello Stephanie, I'm going to change my Twitch name when I can. I'm changing it to Free Froggy, so please call me Froggy. Awesome, good to know. I was just about to call you Lilith, but good to know Froggy. Alrighty, let's keep going. Weeping? I was just about to keep going, damn it. Thank you so much, Zeno, for the 5 gifted community subs. You're absolutely incredible. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, and Lost in Side Quest, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you again for trusting your community with me. And I hope you have an awesome rest of the day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Oh, that's great. My Scottish is very non-existent. Oh, trust me, I could try and do a Scottish accent, but it definitely needs some work. All right, let us get back to the story at play. Weeping? Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry, that sounds horrible, Fable. It was! Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. You are silly, but we love you. We love you so much, Fable. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is if they're the wrong flowers. Imagine if I had offered them to adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra. Oh, also, if you're a recipient of one of the incredibly kindly gifted subscriptions, then you can also join my Discord while your subscription is active. So if you've got your Twitch and Discord linked up, then you should be able to join my server. It's only accessible for my Twitch subs and my patrons over on Patreon of my whiskey tier or higher. So we're an awesome bunch. We hang out and have a really chill time together. So thank you so much again for the gifted subs. I really appreciate it. Imagine if I had offered them to the adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't think gifting others flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made a good story to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about it with me. More at me. Maybe they would laugh with you, if you choose not to run away. Charlotte the Prinny, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. I hope you're having a great time with us tonight. Eee, thank you so much for joining us. You seem to assign a cruel sense of humor to people that haven't actually shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself. That would be nice. Innkeeper? Yes? Do you like spending time with me? Fuck anyone who chooses that one. Fable is precious. Yes, Fable, I do. Really? Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. Never stop coming around. I want to hug them so badly. I won't. You make me feel a lot less alone. Thank you. That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here. They are the most precious. How could you ever crush their spirit like that? Agreed. Agreed. Like, look at their face. They're just so adorable. Oh, I can't wait to see them, like, nervously interact with other patrons when they start to arrive. You better not go anywhere. Not planning on it. Anyhow. Yep. You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be, when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me. But I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find out then. Like, on a quest. For example? Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. I've known Fable for less than an hour and a half, but if anything should happen to them, I'll kill everyone in this tavern and then myself. Mood. Big mood. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they've got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows? You might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay, I, Fable, great gardener, and future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do that right? Yes, good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet, so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity? If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lichen after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends? But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Interesting, okay. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Okay, interesting. No pressure. No pressure at all. It's just the life of our precious being Fable is in our hands. Let's take a look at the book. So we have either heavy charisma or heavy swiftness. So with swiftness, it feels like they're going to be trying to resolve this with taking down the werewolf. So essentially killing the werewolf. But I kind of want them to grow their confidence and maybe do something with more charisma. Because I think the charisma would really, really help them to get outside of their comfort zone a bit. So, Spoken Heart, sweet and sparkling in taste. We've already read this. I'm going to go with Spoken Heart because, yes, it's a little bit riskier, but they need that boost of confidence. So, I think this is the perfect one for them. Okay, here we go. Okay, and it's a little bit of strength. And defense. There we go. Okay. Fable, order up. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. Farming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. Dump Truck Schwa, thank you so much for the follow. I really hope you're having a great time with us. I was late. You know what? It's absolutely fine. I pretty much pick up, like, whenever people raid my channel, like, you want to just suss out the vibe, especially if you haven't raided me before. So it's all good. I'm just really, really glad that you're having a great time with us tonight and that you decided to follow. Much appreciated. Thank you. There are a lot of farmers in Trakerin, and I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I need to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest. So? I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. Very cool. And consumption can pass that onto mortals like us. Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Luna Darkling, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. I hope you're having a wonderful time with us this evening. Sit back and relax. We're very chill here. We're having a great time exploring Tavern Talk. So thank you so much for joining us and for following. And Rocksteady as well, thank you so much for the follow. I really, really appreciate it. Both of you following so quickly. Thank you so much. Sit back, relax, enjoy my voice acting as I try to pick great voices for these amazing characters. This game is already just so cute. We're loving it so much. So you picked a great time to join us this evening. Thank you. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. I hope Fable will be alright. They'll be fine! I wonder what path their fate took. Like, why are you saying it like that? Now I feel nervous. I just want Fable to be okay. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. Hi. Hi. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That spoken heart one tasted. Fine. Thank you. Oh, everyone's getting a spoken heart today. Brilliant. Got you sorted. 3, and then a little bit of strength. And a little bit of defense. There we go. Order up. A spoken heart just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. Or not. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. At least they paid for their drink. Hi, you two. I might be a little bit biased, given my Curse of Strahd, but I see a point of inspiration. I see a possible source of inspiration for that particular character design. I'm just saying. Oh my god, okay. I need to know everything about you two. Okay. I'm gonna try and do my somewhat Romanian Eastern European accent for the not at all vampire. And let's see if I can do my worst attempt at a dwarvish accent. I apologize in advance. Careful, you'll step on my cape. Hush, hush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? I've never seen any game like this in my life. Your sound quality is on point. Thank you so much, Rocksteady. I really appreciate that. This is a really, really cool visual novel, brewing drinks and telling amazing stories and getting to know amazing characters. It's honestly so much fun and I'm having such a great time with it. It does come out officially tomorrow, so I was lucky enough to get an early access key for it. So we're only covering Act 1 tonight, or at least it's like 3 or so hours of the game so far. But yes, I do my best to produce nothing but the highest quality sound and audio experience as a voice actor. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Ugh, not another one of those empty blabbers. I can confidently say I'm all but empty. That's what they all say. Seems they've given you some dialogue options than most, but that doesn't convince me just yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can they see straight through the fourth wall? Are they calling me out on my shitty accents? Of course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Would surprise me if there actually was a brain inside that skull. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No? But I can assure you, I'm different from your average background character. Sure. I must agree, you look much more delicious than they usually do. Oh, they're cute. I like their big toothy smile. These two are fun. I like them. Also, I love just the vampire's like idle pose and this having one hand going flamboyantly at all different hours of the day. Thank you. Though I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Oh, we made the vampire sad. I need to restart. That's my immediate like gut reaction. Like, no, the vampire's sad. Let me fix this. Let me fix it. Let me make it better. But they're so adorable. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. Decimia, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. I'm glad you're having a great time with us tonight. Okay. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape! Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fella on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you? Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names. Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. Okay, I'll say their name in just a second, but I know that trick. Because if you say, hey, can I have your name? That is a fey trap if you've ever heard one. So you say, no, but I can tell you what it is. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette de Sang. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Kyle the vampire. I love it. Blood! Or if you're out, I would settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. Okie dokie Loki, let's see what we got. Okay, Southern Brawler from the sounds of it. Yes, that's the closest to red we've got. With plenty of red. Theatre Major spotted. I mean, I can absolutely see it. And a little charisma. Boop. Also, yes, the measuring increments does really help so that you can just like let go of the bottle when you've reached enough. There we are, Southern Brawler. Order up. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. Also, I'm just doing my best campy Dracula voice, and I love this so much. It also tastes delicious, very alive. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a bite? No. Yes. The streamer is saying yes, but the innkeeper is saying no. I want to hijack the game and say yes. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rare Frostgrip. Nice to meet... Yeah, skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable. Tough like the mountains or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. Oh, we haven't done this one yet. Frosted Lagoon. Yes, that is the high constitution or defense. High defense one. Frosted Lagoon. The Frosted Lagoon protects you from almost any physical and spiritual harm and cools you down on even the hottest of summer days. It even offers optional UV protection. What more could you ask for? Okie dokie Loki, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. And a little charisma. And a little bit of strength. There we go. Bing! A taste of just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, already hit in the placeholder text. Let me try. I see her of many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks. Just how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that Oozefield story? Fine, guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me deep in the mountains of Dovmer, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier, and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly, this big ooze comes along and slurp! Gone it was. Kyle, what have you done? This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills you? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Let me just have a little look. I like the little doodles of the S's. A quirky vampire is looking for his cape. Oh, it's another quest we can find pieces for. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Oh, I love this game. I love this game so much. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when the ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took my shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So did you dig out your gold? Silly food, she dug out me. I don't know how I feel about being referred to as food. I'm kind of okay with this. And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold. Oh yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Barovia. Barovia? Seriously? It's called... His homeland is called Barovia. I love Curse of Strahd, okay, in case it wasn't already obvious. I know that reference! Also, thank you for the hydrate check. Barovia. Okay, let's keep going. If he drops a girl that he's currently obsessed with called, I don't know, Titania or something, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. But honestly, I love it. This is great. I'm a huge D&D nerd, so I love all these references. And perhaps I can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get you to Barovia so we can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother, it's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put my capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. No, Kyle, sweetie, don't make that face. It's okay, we're gonna find your cape. We're gonna find your cape, I'm gonna find your cape. So you could wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No, Kyle, maybe we should find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could? Phenomenal! I could put out a quest for you, but for that we need a little more information. Good luck with that. Firstly, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Barovia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Okay, why do I feel like the cape is gonna have, like, I don't know what the exact name for it is, it's escaping me right now, but the cloak of levitation or whatever it is from Doctor Strange. Like, it's sentient to a degree. Please, please may this be a sassy cape. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married my sweet... Fucking called it! It wasn't Titania, but it's close enough. When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape. to show how important she was to me. Evelyn. Okay, she wasn't human. Different character, but it was close. It was close. Evelyn. The vampiric countess Evelyn residing in Barrow Castle. I'm feeling a little called out by this. I really love this game. So this vampire, her real name's Evelyn and she's a countess? Okay, good to know. Evelyn, the vampiric countess Evelyn residing in Barrow Castle? That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape! Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape! Baby, wait. Okay, sweet baby Kyle. Where is she? I have words for her. I have an axe under the table. I have an axe under the bar top. We're gonna get your cape back. What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast. Her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago. But my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps innkeeper, that's your name, right? Sure. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape from me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Barrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn. Queen of Darkness. Temptress of men. Flamenco champion of 1467. Okay, the humor in this game. The humor in this game fucking breaks me. It's so good. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Okay, can I write up the quest now? Or do I have to wait until later? Okay, I might only be able to do that once. Okay, we've got all the pieces for that one. So we might only be able to do that. Yeah, I think we can only do that once everyone's headed out, I think. But let's have a look at some more information about these wonderful characters. Rhea Frostgrip, dwarf, 175, she, her. Blacksmith, background is originally from Lawful neutral, Arcana, the world. Interesting. Rhea is a hot-headed dwarf and pretty rough around the edges. She's not a fan of meaningless copy-paste NPC talk, whatever any of that means, and seems to have caught herself a lost vampire while digging for gold. Unfortunately, or so she claims, she is now stuck with him. Okay, we know very little about Kyle. Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette de Sang, vampire. Age unknown, he, him. Vampire. Aradu? Where? Chaotic neutral. His Arcana is the Fool. I love that. I love that for him. Yes, 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 yes. I love that for him. Hey Jen, welcome! Oh, we're having such a great time with this game. It's so good. It's just genuinely so fun and so funny and so charming, and we're having a grand old time. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeeper, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Yay, we got you. Another lagoon. Okay, perfect. It's already selected. And it was a little bit of strength. And a little bit of charisma. There we go. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. Might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My platform doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons. Could it be because you insisted on... Kyle, you're an idiot and I fucking love you. You insisted on sunbathing? Oh, alright. Innkeeper, do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin. I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my aunt Matilda used to harness the power of a chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera? A thing, a beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware, I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What baby wants, baby gets. Getting himbo energy from this guy. Okay, Jen. So each of the characters that we have that encounters us and comes to the tavern, each of them have an arcana assigned to them as well in their little character bio. So Rhea is the world. Kyle is the fool. They are a dumbass, and we love them. Which is honestly, I actually really like as a change of pace, because usually if there's like a vampire character and like a werewolf character, then usually it's maybe the werewolf that's maybe played more of the himbo. But I like that Kyle is a little bit of an idiot. I like this. I really, really like his characterization. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip. Dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal. Oh, nay. Forget it. I ain't going. Nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop. I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem. Sorry, no problem. I can make another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up, and succeeds. Especially that part. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me! Let's leave it at 2. Say, innkeep, while we wait for someone to do this work for him, do you perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay here. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Well, at least he has good taste. Okay, perfect. So, at the end we set up new quests. Okay, let's do this one because we started getting pieces for this one first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the one when we write it up, it all kind of comes together. So let's do that then. Until sunrise, deep in the crag mangroves resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist, its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer, or mouse, brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Also, thank you for the stretch check. King Deadlock. Thank you. I'm gonna do a quick sip as well. Okay, that's 1. Kyle does seem to be a bit of a pain in the neck. Hey! I see what you did there. Okay, and the other quest to get my dear Kyle's cape back. Hey there, Evelyn. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but be aware, she may be invisible. Eee. And that's another night for us. Oh, this game is so cute. Okay, we're still in Act 1. I'm not sure if it's like 3 days per act, but we will see. Okay, Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn. Chapter 3, New Friends and Former Enemies. 59th of the Wake. Let's save. Continue. Next day. Okay, we did get a bit more information about Kyle, so let's take a look at that. A peculiar visitor, looking everywhere for his beloved cape. However, it seems he has definitely lost more than just that, possibly also a few of his memories, and his marbles. He was once married to Lady Evelyn, a vampire countess residing in Mara Castle, and enjoys sunbathing, perhaps a tad too much. Okay, and yes, we've got more quests. Good. Oh, okay. Whenever we get a quest in a new location, let's take a look at the stuff that is highlighted with this new discovery. Okay. Okay, so actually, okay, that's where the Chimera is. Cool. And we've read everything else. Well, let's look at Moon Swamp. So there's the quest to get Kyle's cape back. Mara Castle. Mara Castle is an old, impressive castle atop the rocks of the Witch's Wrath Peak, a section of the Riothlis mountain range. Its mist-cloaked silhouette gives every adventurer an unsettled feeling, especially in combination with the countless vampiric myths surrounding its doorstep. Rumors tell about vampiric nobility calling the castle their own, and many attribute the morbid decorations of its surroundings to this mysterious and possibly ancient inhabitant. Darkwood Thicket. In stark contrast to the pale woods, the Darkwood Thicket is a looming, mysterious woodland area shrouded in, you guessed it, fog. The woods resonate with an eerie stillness, broken only by the occasional haunting calls of nocturnal creatures. The air carries a sense of foreboding towards the moon swamp awaiting further south. As daylight struggles to reach through the thick flora, the atmosphere becomes creepy and sinister. Sorry, I just had something caught in my teeth. Despite appearances, it seems that no real danger comes from the thicket, which is why the Republic leaves it as a natural border between the fields close to the capital in the north and the far more dangerous moon swamp in the south. Okay, the Dark Marsh. The Dark Marsh unfolds across its landscape as the menacing area in constant twilight. The murky waters deep inside the moon swamp send shivers down the spine of anyone who would dare make it this far. Navigating its waterways requires constant caution, for the mist creates illusions that distort reality and guide travelers into the murky depths, never to be seen again. Somehow, nights in the dark marsh are far more tenebrous than anywhere else. Perhaps it is because the moon pools are claiming so much of the iridescence for themselves. Could this be due to the portal to the Twilight Chasm, rumoured to have opened within them 3 decades ago? The Nightmare Realm would probably be ravenous for the light. Interesting. So this is Spooky Town. I want to visit Spooky Town. Okay, but we're already off to a great start. Hell yes. Let us continue. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some Fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. We can make more drinks now. Oh, did you guys become friends? So, innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Kea. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? Oh no. Kea, you're now friends with Fable. Don't make them cry. So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud, more of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does! I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Oh, okay. Elaborate, please? I was gonna kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think she is confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did, kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Kea. I didn't. Was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. A veteran don't pay what he used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon. Of the quest, Fable. You're precious and I want to hear your whole life story, but maybe just focus on the quest for now. Right. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Trakerin right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually. A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I'm no owl. Thank God. You're already weird enough. I imagine the damage you do if you turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? That's disconcerting. Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing to keeping quiet.
Your ears are failing at being small.
So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep.
I was petting it.
Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." Wow. Oh, you are... I just can't with you, Fable. I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would calm her down.
It confused me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them?
A polite person.
Or an insane one.
It worked, didn't it?
Because I ain't no werewolf.
It wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked why, and I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was.
No, I asked, who are you? A god?
I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell.
Please, it was barely a bark.
And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I had panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around.
You turned around immediately.
And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes.
Gleaming with jaundice.
Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up.
He did.
But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Kaelin and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail.
And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point.
Good. I appreciate that the innkeeper is like keeping up with the details of like, okay, where was the sheep you were holding and all this? So you went to Fable's aid?
No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear, that old... Hey, why can't I say that?
No cussing in this game.
What the...
Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh.
Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days.
This is a Christian Tavern stream. Oh my god, yes. Because of the feud?
Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant, fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left, ran away without a word, left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot.
Did you talk it out with your fists?
I tried, but Elfie stopped me.
I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I'm proud of you, Fable. I'm very, very proud of you. Hang on. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen.
Look mighty scary there, little pal.
Thank you. Well, thank you? I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me.
That sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them.
What?
You're the size of a stick. Who, you think you could stop 2 angry wolves?
Oh, well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Kaelin and the miscommunication.
Feud.
The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course.
No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him the best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons.
He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things. Or Vulcanan things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common.
The sheep?
No, the stubbornness, and the unwillingness to ask for help.
But the sheep too.
Well, they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them.
And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to.
Maybe because you did want to.
Maybe.
How did it go?
Fine. I'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first, and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut.
Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing.
Idiot got so obsessed with a cure he can still barely control himself.
We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he had to accept he's different now, and learn how to live again. Of course it won't be easy, no change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they told me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. Fable, you are just so adorable.
That sounds like a bunch of...
It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Exactly. I like that. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together?
Got off to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something.
I had to report back about the quest.
I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Said something about it being for you and keep.
Oh, really? Yeah. Do you have something for me, Fable? It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise.
That wasn't that hard, was it?
Well...
So, a drink? What can I offer you, Kea? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make me the usual. Strength never gets old.
Absolutely. Let's get that for you. Strength never gets old. And a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Here we go. Drinks up. Surprise.
Not bad. You should do this professionally.
I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses? I've had a stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events. We can absolutely get a swift strike for you. There we go. Haven't had to make one of these in a little bit. And a little bit of this. And intelligence, that was it. There we go. Drinks up. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep?
They do look like they're going to pass out any second.
So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Kaylin, do you have a place to sleep?
I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent.
It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there.
Sounds good. How much?
I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest.
Fine.
She is so cute. Like, a little happy face with a little wiggly ears. And a little bit of blush. She's so adorable.
Later, Elfie.
See, like... It'll... Just give her time, Fable. She'll love you just as much as we do. Just give her some time. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Oh, yes, let's boost Fable's confidence. No, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it was the drink that I gave you that gave you your courage. No, it's all Fable. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. Huh. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Kaylin first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. Can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. Ah, I can't. They're so cute. Eee. Hello, you. Your hood's off. Let me just check quickly if there's anything we missed that I need to read. I think we're good for now. We don't have any infusions added just yet. But hello, you. I have to say, I like the eye makeup. I think that looks really, really cool. Good evening to you too. This quest. It wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. It kind of does look like the Eye of Ra in a way, doesn't it? Oh no, they're hotter. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to keep focused. I'm just trying to focus here. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? No. My legs. Okay, maybe they're just shy and mysterious. I won that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean, yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes? It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has. Once, had a vampire mixer. And I wasn't invited? How dare? How dare? I need to check my spam folder more frequently. Once, had a vampire mixer. And Stephanie was not invited because she weirds out the vibe. You could say it was a graveyard smash. Exactly. Hey Vince, how's it going? Welcome. We're having an awesome time playing Tavern Talk. Interesting. So she was only here at night? At night? Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure, yes. Well, guess she looked pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? A weaver, a king, a Jen, a Sammy Sam, and the rest of the loveliest whites. Oh. They are my lovely lost tales, aren't they? They're so wonderful. Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all the animals seem to steer clear of Mara Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into our land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something alive. Or for a goth.
Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. She seems to have good taste. It appears so. Also, I just noticed the back of their hair is also like a little swirl as well. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe they were kind of stylized like an air genasi or something, given their name especially, with all the little like light swirling details of their design.
Oh, squish Vince. Thank you, Vince.
It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Oh, they're cute. Oh, they're cute. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something along with that cape, with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration? Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Oh my god, if we get to see the tavern add more stuff to the interior decor based on how quests go, yes, sorry, little things like that mean so much to me because I love seeing the environment around us become more enriched by the experience. So yes. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well, then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? I feel like secrets is more their vibe, so let's go with secrets. Secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy, I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer?
Fine, keep your secrets, Vince.
For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of the nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible, eventually. And for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful in your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck.
Zephyr gets it. Zephyr gets it. Okay, Zephyr. I love you. Can we be best friends, please?
Though, that does sound appealing. Strength I can do.
And some frost armor would help with the fangs.
Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To outstealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. And some invisibility would help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it?
Okay. Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster's shape so I can mix the correct recipe. Okay. Maybe I should try adding the infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Oh, okay. Let's give it a try. Okay, so the order was either strength or dexterity. So they strike me as already a very sly individual. So I think enhancing their stealthiness is probably the best option, and then adding the fey crystals as like a just in case, because especially if they're trying to steal something for us personally rather than fighting a fucking vampire. Let's go with Swiss Strike. Okay, so fey crystals. Oops. Come on. Oh, okay, so then that changes things a little bit. Okay. Cool. Okay, so then that just needs 2. And already has like a boost from intelligence and then a little bit of defense. There we go. Okay, interesting. Because then that already like amplifies the abilities. And so you don't need to add as much into the drink. Ooh. Also, he's so cute, isn't he? I love him. And it was just a... we can pet the fat dragon. Oh, we can pet the fat dragon. I love this game. I got an achievement for petting Andu for the first time. Oh, who's a good baby? Oh, we can poop the snoot. And he purrs. Okay. Yes. Let's, oh. Actually, is that enough? With the... Okay, but it did say it was a swift strike. So let me just quickly save. Okay, and then we should be good. There you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath. Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something, innkeep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Huh. Good one. Also, their theme music is really, really cool. It kind of reminds me of something that Supergiant Games would do, like the people who made Hades and Transistor. There's something about the melody in particular that makes me kind of get Hades vibes a little bit. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No. Only the absence of it. That makes two of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me. Goodbye, innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. Okay, what did we learn about Zephyr? I knew it. I knew they were kind of like an air genasi. Zephyr. They're an air echo, 25, he, they. Rogue, their background is from Themis. They're chaotic good, interesting. And their arcana is the moon. You know what, I can absolutely see that. Zephyr is a difficult character, to say the least. They're so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking or brooding like one too. He likes all things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does. Interesting. Okay, we've got some infusions. Okay, let's take a look at these. Frost armor is the... frozen pine cone. It is sometimes hard to tell which ones are magical ingredients and which ones are just regular frozen pine cones. Either way, they seem to get the job done. Frost armor. Frost armor is the ultimate solution when it comes to protection against anything, whether physical or magical. A bit cold, but nothing a blanket can't fix. Fey crystal. Much like the playful Fey they are named after, Fey crystals deceive. They're not actually crystals, but magical plants handmade by seerly sages wishing to share their magical gifts with the world. Invisibility. Invisibility is the perfect aid for stealth quests as well as hunting. Very helpful for avoiding fights entirely. Also, because Evelyn is probably wearing the cape of invisibility, hopefully then it will allow Zephyr to go unseen into the castle, rather than just giving them the strength to fight the Countess when she's already got a huge advantage against them. And Phoenix Chili. The rare Phoenix Chili is found natively only near the charred valleys of the Burning Peaks. Though an invasive species, it is delicious. Fire resistance. Fire resistance is great when fighting enemies that wish to burn you to ashes. It helps a bunch when fighting draconic creatures, but does not protect against lava. Very few things do. Farewell. Please come back alive, Zephyr. We love you. Or for a bitter end. Hey, Kea. I'm taking this quest. And a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. Of course. My apologies. I'll make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. Make something strong that'll wake me up. And keep me up too. Okay, something strong. I assume she means... Yeah, Southern Brawler. We got you. Hang on, what does it say about the infusions? Okay, no, that just gives fire resistance, and she didn't specify that, so let's not include that. And it's charisma. And a little bit of defense. Okay. I want to try and get into the habit of saving before we send drinks out, just in case it's the wrong one and then I feel bad. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Kaolin. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. I see it is my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating, and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their own chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. So if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking. Any kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would be if I was. I don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created by the Guardians to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So stealing something to protect someone else seems like in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous? Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. No lies there, dragons are very cool. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all.
My sword's one of those. Pass it on to me before she... passed? Left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moment somewhere else. Oh, like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem. At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about the Wyvern Chimera? No. Was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with the feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think. But never found a Wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good barber, but I enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? So, you like dragons? I just want to see. Can I interact with anything else in the background? I don't think so. Or at least maybe not yet. I will say I do like dragons. Dragons are cool. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting. Very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic. And their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Can't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword. And my muscles. They're a good combo. Agreed. Chat, are we in consensus? Agreed. Her sword and her muscles are a great combo. A great combo indeed. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons. A little help never hurt. Sorry, a little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. Hey, Mike, how's it going? I don't know if you've just been lurking, and if you want to go back to lurking, that's completely fine, but thank you so much for dropping by. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Cow? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help? It's repayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of a boost before this body wouldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how they much enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart her with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of a phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery. No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Lurking a bit and keeping an eye on things where I can. Awesome, it's all good. Okay, so I'm thinking definitely the defense one with the chilies is probably the best option for her. Where is it? Okay, it's the Frosted Lagoon. Protects him from physical and spiritual harm. On even the hottest summer days. Okay, Frosted Lagoon with some chilies. Okay, perfect. Then we just need... There we go. And then we just need a little bit of charisma. There we go.
Frosted Lagoon with a chili infusion. Figured it out. Thanks. Feeling tougher already, and dangerously close to catching fire myself. Think I could almost take on a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But then he hasn't... But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some moss in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Okay. That was awesome. I'm so excited to see what happens next. Oh, we might be at the end of Act 1. Might not be. Let's have a look. Still going with Act 1. Hell yes. How are we doing for time? I'm happy to keep going for another day. See what happens. Alright. Alright. Let's keep going. Hi. Oh my god, hey! Hey, Great Kraken! Hey, Paul! How's it going, chat? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. 1 second. Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. My name is Stephanie Tobin, aka Stephanie Swanquills. I am a voice actor, Twitch streamer, writer, ASMRist. I do a lot of things and I try my best to be good at them. I also do stage combat and a bunch of other cool things. But thank you so much for joining us tonight, Paul. How is it going, guys? What were you playing? But yes, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all 7:30 p.m. UK time, and we have a grand old time here at the Blue Rose Respite. Bayako Wolf, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I'm really, really glad you followed. We're lucky enough to be, We're very lucky to be experiencing the first act of Tavern Talk. It's an incredible game. I was very kindly gifted a Steam key for it. So we've been having an amazing time with it tonight. We're about 3 days in. We're just starting day 4. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. How are you guys going? Oh, but Paul, thank you so much for trusting your community with me. I promise I'll take great care of them. If you need to head out and do your own thing, that is completely fine. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Just some Dead by Daylight. Gotta get that Masquerade goodness. Yes, I've been playing a bit of it myself. It's so cool. So much fun. But yes, come on in. Come on in. Join chat. We're all having a great time tonight. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. Thank you. Excuse me. Now, so just a heads up, we're already like a good couple of hours into this game. It is getting launched tomorrow officially, and I believe it will also be 10% off on Steam to celebrate the launch of the game. We've been having an incredible time with this game so far, and I highly, highly recommend it. If you especially love Dungeons & Dragons and the kind of atmosphere and gameplay style of games like Coffee Talk, then I highly recommend it. It also has other implements at play. You make quests built up on rumors and stuff for your wonderful patrons to go after, and they get to come back and tell you amazing stories of their adventures, and it's really, really cool. Now, I believe this character in particular, we don't know their name yet. I believe this character is based off of a real person who was either a big fan of the game, was a part of the development team, or because this game was originally funded on Kickstarter, I believe, may have been one of the Kickstarter supporters who unfortunately passed before the full game came out. So they immortalized them in this game as this character. I saw something about this on their Twitter feed. So just a little bit of insight as to this character in particular. The Kraken, thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate your amazing Paul. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. I hope you're all settled in. If you need to head out, that is 100% fine. Thank you so much for dropping by. But let us continue this amazing game. Hey, innkeeper. Her name's Chrissy. Hey, Chrissy, long time no see. So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season. A lot to do? And yes, D&D shirt. Gotta represent my man Strahd von Zarovich. Oh, but yes, I thought my Dungeons & Dragons shirt would be very appropriate given this game. Love it, love everything about it. Oh, thank you so much, Paul. Okay, settle in. A lot to do? Yeah. The birds seem to be in a slight uproar. Like something is amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know. They do indeed. Anyway, hand over a drink, will you? Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again? You know me well. Too well, I guess. That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually, I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes, I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. So, what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. Okay, something with protection. Frosted Lagoon it is. That, and then a little bit of strength. And a little bit of charisma. There we go. Liquid steel. Just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyway? Where are you headed anyways? Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures, like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster from the next issue of They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech magazine. That sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure, but do you know what I'm most excited about? I'm gonna go with nymphs? Question mark? No? They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the reason why I'm going to Boreas. That'd be Fable's reason. You're so right. If you do happen to meet a nymph, greet them for me. Sure. Now that we know what I'm excited for, how about you? The geysers and hot springs, especially around this time of year, when all the mornings are still a bit chilly, and the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too. Bet. I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green-cheeked conures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you'll be taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention. Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I want you to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite a walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late for your convention. Well then, so long, innkeep. See you soon. Oh, they're lovely. Hi, Fable. Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Kaylin's quest and the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that? She told me before she left, in case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves? Of course. We had a grand time together. It reminds me of the Coffee Talk game. Is it the same folks? No, different developer, but same, like similar mechanic, but just more of a fantastical kind of Dungeons & Dragons inspired setting. Much more leaning more into the heavy fantasy, like fantasy elements were sprinkled into Coffee Talk, but this is much more like very much Dungeons & Dragons inspired. It's so good. Of course, we had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings. Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all? I just want to quickly check something, just in case there's anything new. Okay. Kaylin's great sword once belonged to her grandmother. Allegedly, it's a Griffin. The dragon themselves, very impressive if true. New rumor, slowly coming together. Interesting. Don't think we've got any more information for now. Okay. I think we're good for now. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about their reflections in the pools of the primordial sea. And she promised to teach me about that too. I can't wait to learn about how the sea mirrors, echoes, and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Very. That's what I thought. So well... What is it, Fable? I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Show me, show me, show me. Or rather, that Kaylin was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves? Yes, I recall. A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you... I like trinkets. Oh! What is it? It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. Yeah, can I see it? The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections, I imagine it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper. And there it is! It's up on the wall! Oh, it looks so good! I don't think either one of these is necessarily wrong. I think it could also be a Big Dipper. A Big Dipper? Last time I checked, stars weren't known to be very small. Do you think there's a world somewhere out there with a constellation called the Big Dipper in the night sky? There might be. Maybe the Big Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for example. A bear? Innkeep, I think you might be the one dreaming up something now. Most likely. Are you fond of stars, the stars surrounding us? Weaver! Thank you so much for the gifted sub to Carmina. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, you're amazing. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so much, Weaver. Are you fond of the stars surrounding us? I do like to watch them from time to time. Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars or the astral or the primordial? Sorry, do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea? The astral sea sounds interesting. Really? That's surprising. Then again, you do help people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon, so I can calculate your birth chart. I saw that Carmina didn't have their little badge and thought of doing something special. Oh, Weaver, you're so sweet. Thank you for that. If that's okay with you, of course. It is. I'll write it all down for you. That's great. Thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw. Are you? We'll see. We will. Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Or something more zesty, perhaps? A drink, please. I think I've figured out how to make my own zest. Happy to hear that, Fable. But drinks. Not sure how to make those just yet. Especially those with the right balance. I'll still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So could you make me something that will keep me awake and agile? Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? Awake and agile. I know definitely agility, but I think I got a good idea what you want. I'm already on it. Thank you. One moment. Yes. Now, they didn't ask for any infusions, so I don't want to infuse anything just yet. Because, yeah, that's fire resistance, invisibility, and frost armor. No, let's just do what we know Fable likes. Okay. 2, 3. And then it's a little bit of intelligence. And there we go. Here. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back. That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit, if that's okay. Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you. Hi, Kyle! Greetings, Innkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature. Chat, this is Kyle, my husband. Kyle, my husband, this is chat. Oh, yes. Oh, this is gonna be great. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeeper, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. Kraken, you have no idea. This guy's a fucking idiot and we love him. I did not move my tavern. Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment. With winding paths and dark
corners. Anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack! I don't need to hide. Sorry. No, silly snack, I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I am very good at those. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps, but it underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide and seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. Also, I'm having way too much fun doing Kyle's voice. Can I just keep doing Kyle's voice forever? As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet? Give me time! Not yet. Shame. Then I shall have some of that faux blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up. It was the strong one. That looks like blood. There we go. Go and there. Southern Brawler for you. Some fire blood for your bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect, innkeep. The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how is the retrieval of my cape coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I know just the super dramatic, pipe organ blasting, okay, I love all of the themes for all of these characters. Kyle's is just especially bombastic and fun. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous! Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taken the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend her vacation with her. Fucking damn it, this idiot. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught fire, and my hand, and my hair. So I was forced to stay back, due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. And the sun. The sun is also very bad for vampires. It is? Yes. Right. I need sunscreen. It's in the works. Did you get to see the market did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding. Just how I like them. Me too. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester. Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Creepy paper. Creepy paper. Honestly, I'm getting some What We Do in the Shadows vibes from him as well. Okay.
let me try and read this line as Laszlo, please. By Echo Wolf, he looks like a young Dracula from Hotel Transylvania. I could absolutely see it. Like, he definitely takes primarily, at least physical inspiration from Count Strahd von Zarovich from Curse of Ravenloft and the Ravenloft setting in general. But he's a fucking idiot, and he gives What We Do in the Shadows vibes as well. Okay. Let me get into the Laszlo zone. New York City. Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Oh my god, I don't know what voice I like more. I like doing the Romanian like purr to his voice where he has like the Dracula cadence in which he speaks, but the Laszlo voice is so good. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles? Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I feel like he asked something of me. Sorry, I feel like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. I love your Romania, but the Laszlo is timeless. Like, that's why I'm trying to add like that playful, weird cadence to his manner of speech where it's kind of between Count Dracula and Laszlo a little bit. Because like Laszlo, it's more with the English accent that's like makes it Laszlo's voice, but it's also like that shifting cadence that he has. So I'm trying to like merge the two together a little bit. So instead of the most devious bastard in New York City, I'm keeping that same cadence while doing like the Romanian purrs, and we shall see what this comes about. Best of both worlds. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape after all. Maybe he wanted my Pasca recipe? Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me. He asked me about you. Did he now? Me? Yes, he said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver you greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the faux peace your precious innkeep has found in her house of denial. Oh no! Are we in danger? This feels like we're in danger. That feels like a vague threat. Great. Let me read that as Laszlo. I just want to do it for the fuck of it. Deliver my congratulations on the faux peace your precious innkeep has found in a house of denial. Something like that, fuck it. Very poetic if you ask me. Very. If only I could remember his name. Also, it just makes me happy to do like the little R rolls with his accent. Like, I don't get to do silly voices a lot. It's either sexy or scary, which, you know, being typecast is that it's fun and very, very rewarding and fulfilling. But I love doing goofy voices as well. I just don't get a lot of opportunities to do them. Does my description of him ring any bells to you? Maybe. No, I'm afraid not. Too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. Sam, don't you fucking dare. Please, I'm very tired, okay? I don't need that shit today. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly. I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace.
I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. Like, I know some people don't like vampires. I get it. They could be overly pretentious and assholes. But this guy, he's so sweet. He's a fucking idiot, but he's so sweet. He's big himbo vibes. I love him, okay? That's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Oh no. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. That's depressing. Anyhow, he said there was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She is the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she is the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more capable and sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. Ah, the refusal of change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. We have next Pick My Voice of the evening from Samuel, requesting the one and only Laszlo. I would be more than happy to oblige. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration also, could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems. He is so hard to dislike. I love him. Oh, how sweet of you. As sweet as my blood. I have a lot of it. Look at his smile. Look at his little smile. His little devious, little cheeky smile. I love him. I would hope you do. And it runs warm when people are kind to me. In all my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There is nothing greater than friendship, don't you agree? And nothing more fragile. That makes it all the more precious. That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said... What was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter! The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Oh, good! Well, that's ominous. Your Honor, I would like to buy this vampire a drink. Same here. Yes, please and thank you. Can I look at it? Oh no, these are rumors and stuff. I must only be able to look at it right at the end. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No, I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic? Longingly dwelling in the memories of a friend. It would go so well with the fireworks.
What fireworks? I have no clue. He says he hopes you'll enjoy them. What? Fireworks. Doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. Oh, shit! I don't mean to interrupt, but... What is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful! They're falling from the sky! Oh, shit! I think the town's in a little bit of danger. Hello, little fireworks! Sparkle on! Huh? Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Oh, shit. Okay, perfect. Perfect. And that's the end of Act 1. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna do a backup save here. But oh my god. Oh my god, I need to see what happens next, but we can't dive into Act 2 until the game is fully out tomorrow, and so we'll be able to jump right into Act 2 next Wednesday for my whimsical Wednesday. But that is a hell of a cliffhanger to end it on. This was incredible. I genuinely had so much fun with it. This is probably one of the funniest games I've played in a really long time, and I really, really hope that all of you guys have enjoyed checking out the first act of it so far. I want to say a big thank you again to Gentle Troll Entertainment and Future Friends Games for gifting me a copy of this amazing game. This is fantastic. I'm having so much fun with this, and I mean that sincerely. So again, with exclamation point sponsor, it'll bring up the link to the Steam page. So be sure to wishlist it because it'll be launching tomorrow everywhere. And I believe it's going to be at 10% off with a launch discount as well. So disco, not discount, not disco. Disco. But be sure to check it out. This was clearly made with so much love and passion put into it. It's absolutely amazing. Let's get back to the main menu. That's fine. We've saved it with a backup save as well. But this game is just incredible so far, and I'm so excited to see where it goes. Like, I find just all the little added extras to it, like the putting together of the rumors, having a bit more say in what drinks we give to people and how that'll like affect them and maybe take different paths on their journey and stuff. I'm really, really excited to see what happens next. So hopefully you can all join me for next Wednesday as we will be continuing Tavern Talk and getting into the thick of Act 2. I'm sorry, Sam, I broke character because we took a very unexpected turn in the story. Is that okay? I'm sorry. But thank you so very much for joining us tonight, you adorable creatures. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week, and be sure to join us on Friday for more Baldur's Gate 3 with me, your host, Stephanie Swanquills, voice actor extraordinaire, the most devious bastard in all of London. But thank you so much for joining me tonight, my lovelies. Thank you so much, Sam, for requesting Laszlo. I have a feeling that voice redeem and that character in particular is going to come up again next Wednesday. And please, please do, because I love doing that voice so much. Okay, Kraken, do you want me to say it in the Laszlo voice or my regular voice? Or the Dracula voice, Kyle's voice? Please tell me. Like, do you want me to say it sincerely or stupidly? Weaver! Weaver, thank you so much for the 5 gifted community subs. Seriously, you're just incredible. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate them. Oh my god, thank you. Okay, thank you for specifying, Kraken. Okay. I have crossed oceans of time to find you. Was that okay, Kraken? Thank you so much for requesting that. Oh, but this was incredible. I'm not gonna lie, I had a pretty rough day today. So I was a bit nervous if I would have enough energy to, like, bounce off and, like, really appreciate this game tonight. But this was incredible. I had so much fun with this, and I mean that sincerely. But thank you so much for joining me tonight, my lovelies. Please go check out the Steam page for this amazing game. Wishlist it for yourself. Pick it up tomorrow when it goes live. And I hope that you all enjoyed. But be sure to join me next Wednesday because we will be continuing Tavern Talk. And on Friday for more Baldur's Gate 3. But let us get to the outro screen. Because if you've been lurking in the shadows and you like what you've seen so far, then please consider following. We would love to have you back at the Blue Rose Respite. You are welcome anytime. Be sure to check out my other socials that are popping up in the chat right now, including my 2 YouTube channels, one for my ASMR tales and the other for my Twitch VODs, and my Twitter, my Insta, and my TikTok. Be sure to check out my 24/7 broadcast that's happening over on my main YouTube channel, which is a mix of a selection of ASMR tales and some creepypasta narrations. So if you like the sound of my voice, you find it soothing, relaxing, and entertaining, then be sure to check that out if you're interested in looking for some background audio to either study to, sleep to, or paint miniatures to, because a lot of people like listening to my audios or my stream while they're doing other things. But lurkers are the backbone of many, many broadcasts, and I love you and I appreciate you all. Let's see who's currently live and we can go say hello. Why don't we go say hello to the amazing as always La Avispa, because they are cool and chill and a lot of fun. So I'm going to send you guys over to the wonderful La Avispa to go say hi. But thank you so much for joining me tonight, my lovelies. A huge thank you to everyone new who joined us tonight and followed. With this probably one of the biggest group followings we've had in a while. And a big thank you to everyone who raided. Kraken, I know you're still in chat, so thank you so much for the raid earlier. And a huge thank you to everyone who renewed their subscriptions, who gifted subscriptions, renewed their subscriptions for multiple months. Thank you all so, so much. I really, really do appreciate it. Like, getting to do all this amazing stuff with you guys and you guys being a part of my journey. So thank you all so much. I will see you on Friday for more Baldur's Gate 3. I hope you all have an amazing week ahead. And remember, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And as always, stay wicked and wonderful. Good night, my lovelies.